Welcome back to another video. So this video is going to be a very quick one because we're going to be unboxing the very first time on this channel a UAG branded case. Of course, I've used UAG cases before, like the Monarch and so on and so forth. But anyways, here we have a case which I'm really excited to take a look at, which is the UAG Civilian for the iPhone 12 and 12 Pro. So the reason I decided to buy an iPhone 12 Pro is because personally, I think the 12 Pro Max is big. Of course, you already knew that, but another reason is that the camera on the 12 Pro Max isn't as reliable as the 12 Pro, in my opinion. Of course, at that time I was an early adopter, early user, because I actually pre-ordered Pro. Probably now things have changed, but the size was one of the factors, and that's the reason I decided to downsize. So actually I sold off one of my iPhone 12 Pro Max and I got iPhone 12 Pro instead. And honestly, 2 days with this device and I'm really impressed with the battery life, because I'm actually getting better battery life than on the 12 Pro Max, believe it or not. Alright, so enough of the talk, let's get right into the unboxing of the UAG case. Alright, so on the top you get the UAG branding. Of course, you can see the price right here. I bought it at retail price. This is not a sponsored video, so I bought it at full retail price, 169 ringgit. So this is drop tested military standard. You can see right here, discrete protection civilian series for the iPhone 12 and iPhone 12 Pro. So personally, I've never actually tried or seen a civilian series before. I've seen it online and I always wanted to try it back then, but I never got to purchase one. But now that I have it in the studio, really excited. Alright, so built to go further and yada. You can see the design, honeycomb design and stuff like that, but of course we'll be looking at that later on when we inspect the case. Shock absorbing softcore, impact resistant bumpers, yeah, the usual feather-light armor shell, which is basically the marketing for almost all cases, I should say. So you can see right here, 1 year limited warranty and designed in California. So these are official products. So this is by TGM. Alright, so I've actually used this case for about 2 days to actually test it out and give you my honest opinion. So later on I'll be sharing with you guys my thoughts about it. No, this case is not perfect. Same like the OtterBox symmetry. There are some things which are lacking in this case, but that'll be later on through this video. Okay, let's take a look at the design. Urban armor gear, very nice. And this bag is actually, if it looks good, it feels good, but it is slippery. So that's something I actually have to point out. I'm sure you can see right here, it's very slippery. So it's not like a very rough texture bag like the Symmetry, not the Symmetry Plus, but the regular Symmetry. But however, for me, I think it's okay. It works fine. Right, so on the left side, that's where we'll get our cutout for the mute switch, as well as volume up and down. You can see right here, marked plus and minus, UAG branding on the bottom. On the bottom itself, you get a very nice cutout for your microphone, your lightning port, as well as your speaker. Very nice cutouts, in fact, more than adequate. Right on the right side, you can see the power button. Not sure what these two lines are for, but it definitely works very well in my testing. Alright guys, so here we are taking a look at the protection side of things. So this is what you saw at the back of the box. So you can see right here, honeycomb pattern. It's actually textured right here. So there are supposed to be like two materials. So this is soft, flexible, but this is a slightly harder TPU. So in fact, the honeycomb pattern is used even in the Rhino Shield. So Rhino Shield products also use very similar design, shock absorption, but of course this is on the back, but that is on the sides. So you can see right here, military standard, H10G. Corners, nothing special, basically your standard case, but of course the way it's designed is meant to really absorb the shock, especially on the back or on the sides. But front face first drop, never tried it. Definitely there is enough adequate lip, which I'll be showing you later on. You can see slits right here as well for the button, so it remains very tactile. Alright, so get my phone installed. Slide in button side first. Very simple installation. Let me get everything aligned. Alright, so as simple as that. Very simple case to install. So for me, the design and fit and finish is very similar to the OtterBox Symmetry. Of course, the Symmetry is slightly harder to fit on. Alright, so taking a look at the back, you can see a very nice and generous cutout for the triple lens setup. You see right here, urban armor gear, the same thing. Of course, they do make it in other colors as well, but I have the black one because I do like the black. But of course, I do find this orange portion kind of an eyesore. I wish it was grey. I would accept grey as well, but not orange. I feel it stands out too much, especially when you're looking at it on the front, because that's where you're going to be looking at the phone the most of the time. So I wish they didn't pick this very bright orange color. Alright, so button tactility, very tactile. No problems right there. I do love the tactility of the buttons. Okay, let's take a look at the cutouts at the bottom. Spot on cutouts, as you expect from a brand like UAG. Alright, on the left side you can see your very big cutout for the mute and ring toggle, so no problems right there as compared to the official Apple leather cases or silicone cases. Slightly smaller cutout, but this you will not have any trouble flipping the switch right there. So you can see on the front, let's take a look at the lip. Okay, let me give you a closer look. So right here you can see the lip, adequate lip. I have a tempered glass screen protector of 5x Autobox Alpha glass, so it's slightly thicker, but still there's a generous lip in fact. And I think I'm not going to be worried if I do drop it face first. Definitely not going to be damaging the screen anytime soon. Right, so you can see the fit and finish. I wish this was a little more rigid. This is a little bit too loose for my liking, and it doesn't really fit that well. Let's take a look at the sides. Yeah, right here where the buttons are really loose, but on the bottom side of things it's getting slightly tougher. This part right here is also a bit loose, so things you do have to consider like that. So definitely not a perfect case, but on first impressions I think this case is a case I would recommend. But out of 10, I would give it like a score of like 7.5 to 8. It doesn't really make it to my whoa, this case is awesome list. But this case just works on the daily. If you're a casual user, you just like a simple case, you just want to have a case that basically protects your device. Yes, not the cheapest case, but it gives you very good protection. In fact, Everything Apple Pro actually did drop this from more than 11 feet if I'm not mistaken, and this case actually survived. So that's the reason why I was drawn to actually check out what's so special about this case. But in my testing, this case feels just like the Autobox Symmetry, very ordinary hybrid style case. But of course, I do like the design on the back. It's very minimalistic, very simple. It does make it look slightly different from all the other cases on the market, so that's what I do like about it. Okay, one more thing before I forget, let's take a look at camera protection. So you can see right here, the cameras are well protected. Of course, this is for the 12 Pro. The 12 Pro Max camera is slightly raised, so I guess that will be slightly closer to the edge of the case. So definitely get a lens protector if you're going to use with any case, except for waterproof cases. But if you're using any regular cases, definitely get lens protectors. I do have a lens protector right here. It's very discreet, you do not really see it, but it's there to protect the lens. So I do not want to go breaking my lens or scratching it, because there will be a very hefty price tag to actually get this replaced. Definitely this works with MagSafe, but not 100%. It's like maybe around the ballpark of like 70%. You do have to find the right spot because you know the thickness of the case. I do not have my MagSafe charger right here with me, but trust me when I say it works with MagSafe, because I actually did try to charge it overnight. Never had any issues with that. So MagSafe works, but you're not going to be really getting the function of the magnets because it's of the thickness of the case. If you do want MagSafe, definitely you can choose a brand like from Nomad, or you can get the official Apple cases, because that would definitely work better. So if you just want a tough case, you don't care about MagSafe, you plug in your phone all the time, you can go and get one of these. So I'll leave the link in the description below for Malaysian buyers and also for buyers outside of Malaysia, so you know where to get it. Get the authentic product, of course, because you know UAG products, many counterfeits out there. Even I am afraid to buy UAG products, and especially Autobox products as well. So that's the reason why I always leave the links in the description, so you can make sure that what you get is authentic. Alright, so that concludes my video. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up and also subscribe